Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to Heyday. And it's time for us to get ready for the next Valley season. That's right, everybody. Season 3 of the Valley is almost upon us with a wonderful decoration. Now, we've done the test valley, we've done valley number 1 and number 2, and now we're about to start valley number 3. We've got about 19 hours left on the clock, and as a result, that means you've got the opportunity to go and participate with other people around the world to work towards a wonderful decoration. Now, I like this decoration. It's actually kind of cool. It matches the other two decorations that we've got within the game. So far we've got a beautiful train, we've got a beautiful truck, and now we've got this gorgeous gondola. And I think that's going to look nice within my actual town setup, or maybe I'll slip it somewhere on my farm. Not sure yet which is the best location. I do wish, though, that I could actually decorate my fishing area. That would be a wonderful addition in the game if Heyday ever decide to go in that direction. Now, what is the Valley? Well, the Valley is a game. It's like a board game. It's a feature that was added to Heyday this year for 2019. Some people like it, some people don't. Some people find it rather relaxing and enjoyable. Others find it a little bit more stressful. Some tips for you. Number 1, work with your hoodies. Stay close together, and as you work around the valley, you can support each other. The key thing is collecting the chickens and the tokens. You don't have to do every single task. Pick and choose, and good luck with the fuel as well. Make sure you've actually loaded up the nets in the fishing area and you've got those ready for when you get a fuel task. You've upgraded the fishing area so all spots are now open, and you've also prepared some of the tasks within the farm itself. Now, at the moment, I'm doing a derby, so if a derby is part of the valley, then that's great. It means I can actually do some derby tasks. I'm about to start in a moment, but as of yet, I don't know whether I should wait or give it a go. Now, I've got a boat done already. There's loads of animals there to be collected and then fed. I've got my pets down there as well, and there's also the town and my machines and a lot of other items to do. Now, at the moment, I think I'm going to head on over to the town and do this one. Now, at the moment, I've got a beautiful boat that's waiting, and the good thing about my boat is it's a puzzle boat, and I've only got one more animal to do, everybody, and that is my grey hippo calf. So 5 more puzzle pieces. With the boat that's actually waiting at the moment, all I've got to do then is to get 4 more after that, and I'm hoping that will be very, very soon indeed. I didn't do so many boats during the last puzzle event because of work commitments, but I'm kind of like partially free this weekend, so let's see if I can do any. Now, if I do get that last pet, that's achievement 143 of 144, then all I need to do is the bingo bonanza number 3, which is 6 more bingo lines. Now, that could be 2 more bingos or maybe 3, depending on how well my team does, but we will wait and see. It's certainly a lot easier now than it was when we first started doing the bingo derby. Right now, I've got animals down there that do need feeding, so I'm going to hold off for that at the moment because there's a lot of empty spaces there. Now, I kind of like some of the tasks. There's a nice little egg task over there. There's a feed task as well, but there's these blank ones in the middle, which I'm holding on for. A few more minutes, you never know. I could get something wonderful. I might get a mine task. I could get a town task. I could get a help task, and if so, that's an easy 320 for me. If I start doing a derby task at the moment, then I will lose out on the opportunity for a very, very easy task. So waiting 2 minutes is not going to hurt. In the meantime, I can load up my feed mills, get a lot of feed there ready. I've got enough to do the longer serving animals, but all I need to do is to build up my chicken feed and cow feed because they turn around very, very fast indeed. I can feed most of my animals and gain some more resources, which is okay, so I don't need to worry about that within the next 2 minutes. Can't do all of them, of course, because I don't have all the resources yet. Well, I do, but I don't want to collect those yet. I'm going to hold off on that for the moment. So I will come back to those ones a little bit later, and as of course I find any when I do some stool hopping later in this video. Right, feeding my carrots, claiming more XP. There's a little beautiful toolbox down there. I'll take that and the screw. There's my smelters over there. I've got no bars that I can do at the moment. Oh, I tell a lie, I can do refined coal. Let's go do the refined coal. Load those ones up, and fingers crossed I get some more ores later as well. Can't do any jewelry at the moment because I've actually run out of metal bars. I sold a load the other day and did a load of truck orders, and the metal bars get used rather quickly. And I tend not to do metal bars until I actually do a mine task. Machine's pretty well loaded up and stacked there with a lot of items, as is my field of crops as well. So 1 minute 16 seconds. What to do, I wonder. I know, I'm going to head on over to my town. At least with the town I can start servicing some of the visitors and getting them ready. Then the clock can start ticking, and if I do get a town task, that's much easier as well. So loading up those townies, sending them to their buildings and giving them their goods. Now if I can't do them, that's okay, I can request some help. So I will probably ask for help for some of these buildings from my hoodies, and fingers crossed they can do those for me. There might even be a few tasks I can't do, and if so, I'll have to request on those as well, unless of course I've got the items ready to go, or maybe I can find it in a newspaper. Now, as I said, today I'm going to be doing some stool hopping. I like stool hopping. It gives me a wonderful opportunity to find resources that I don't have. And that's going to be one of the features of today's video as well. It's relatively easy and very beneficial indeed. There are certain tasks within Heyday that you must do. Number one is wheating. If you do a lot of harvesting of crops and then turn those around regularly, you'll get a lot of expansion materials and tools that allow you to progress your farm, expand, and do a lot more. Another one within the game is actually servicing your visitors within the actual town or within the game itself. The ones that come to your house are not so good, but the town visitors are really beneficial for experience points. So if you haven't opened up your town or you spend a little time there, they are probably the best visitors to be servicing within the game itself. Okay, now I was lucky. The tasks turned round and I got myself a beautiful mine task. Now, mine tasks are simple and easy, so I was very pleased with this one. I could actually do this task relatively smoothly, get a few more diamonds as well. The ores I'm getting I can then use in my smelters later and start producing some more metal bars, so yay, bonus for me. And that is very nice indeed. I've got a lot of the actual TNT and shovels there, quite a bit of a misbalance there, which is not a problem. I'll just use some of those. Sticks of dynamite and the pickaxes are nice as well, not so many there, but at the end of the day I've got plenty of resources there to do many mine tasks, and I like that. Mine tasks are one of my favorite ones when there's a derby because they do turn around so fast. I also like the help tasks, and I like some of the feed tasks as well. Crop tasks depends on the crop. It depends on what I've got growing versus not growing. Okay, 3, 6, and 9, and we are done. So 99 there, beautiful. Nice 320 pointer there. I'll go and do that one, and that takes us up to second place with about 29,120 points. That's good. A few thresholds done there as well, and we're in a close race. Now there's another task down there I like the look of, and that is the actual town task. I've got a lot of visitors already waiting, so if I can blitz most of those visitors, that will be a nice little chunk from this town task. I need 23 visitors. Now what it means by this is visitors that have actually done all of their buildings and are ready to give you a gift. So even if they've done one building and they've got a gift for you, it still counts. So having your personal train maxed out is very nice indeed, because it allows you to pick up 10 passengers. Those 10 passengers are literally half a town task in many cases. If you've got a town task that's for specific passengers, let's just say the salesman, then you can go and look for salesmen only at your actual hoodies towns. So the personal train, very nice indeed. Now, those that want 3 buildings, I tend to reject. Now, if I were doing a visitor task, then I might not do that because I actually want to service those visitors rather than just send them away. But I tend not to do those if I can help it. So only when I do a mystery derby or or I see something relatively easy coming up, then I can grab it and do it quickly. I don't like fighting for towny tasks that are for specific people. You can never guarantee that other people will send them away and they will be coming to a second town. They may just be going home. So I like their actual overall task here. Okay, I'm off to my friend Lara. She's been helping me out, which has been very nice indeed. I can pick up 10 passengers here. I'm going to skip the actual B&B because the turnaround time is much longer. Yes, of course, I've got a booster, which I do have, but the booster I've got is not actually that powerful anyway. But I will activate it a little bit later because it will turn around my derby task very quickly indeed. Right, my personal train has arrived. Chugga chugga chum chum, and there it goes. Pulls up to the station. Woo woo! Everybody getting off that's getting off. We're at Red Knight's Town, and it's a wonderful place. Needs a bit of a remodeling, decorating, but yes, good food, good service, and good cups of coffee or orange juice. And I could do with an orange juice at this moment in time. I'm very thirsty indeed. Right, servicing those visitors, send them to their buildings. Boom, 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 boom. What have we got down there? Go to the grocery, young lady. Oh, we got another one for the grocery. She's shopping with her sister. I like that one. Logan, my friend. I know someone called Logan, married to an awesome YouTuber. So, wonderful couple. Met them both, and very cool people. Yes, indeed. Right, okay, we got visitors to do, and oh my god, I can't do all of them, so requesting help. So hopefully my hoodies can come and help me out, and I will be very pleased indeed. So come and service my actual visitors for me. Oh, look, I got some green ticks done there. Yay, yay, yay. I like that one. Very nice indeed. You are a superstar. In fact, I have to tell them later, you are a superstar. In fact, all of my hoodies are superstars. So they do a wonderful job, and they are very kind to me indeed. I like kind people. Kind people are very nice. Met some kind people today. So went to teach some lessons, and we had a lot of thunder and lightning in Himeji today, and it suddenly started raining very heavily, and the road started flooding, and as a result the pathway got closed off. So couldn't actually work our way down the pathway, and there were some nice people who were actually trying to block off the floods from covering the path so everybody didn't get soaked. Didn't work though. I still got covered in water. My shoes were soaking wet, but yep, they were very nice indeed. So let's go thank my hoodies and say they are superstars, and I very much appreciate what they have done for me. I really do. Having a good team is very important, and I would say that everybody please do play a lot more often sometimes. I do notice that some people are not playing the game as much with some of my hoods. If you can't participate, let the rest of the team know, and if you wish to leave, that is okay, but if you don't talk to us, then we don't know what's going on. Right, now, about another 30 or 40 minutes, I have to come back to my town. They will be ready, and that will give me the 23 I need, and then that's even more points for my team as well, maybe taking us into first place. Actually, not quite first place. We're getting close, but we're still a few points behind. In fact, actually, I've been there already, and I've collected. I'm up to 22 of 23, and I've got about another 20-odd seconds before another visitor's done, but I'm looking at about 5 minutes left on the clock before I can start getting that task done. Right, because I've purchased diamonds, I don't have to watch any more movies, so any of the tickets actually give me resources. I'm going to leave that boat there till later. There's no task that I want at the moment, and basically that's done. Not really much I can do there at the moment until the town is done. Now, I do have some boosters. I got some boosters recently that I purchased. They're kind of okay. There's a couple of nice town ones in there as well. But I did get a booster free recently that's part of the 3 that actually is good for the town building. So I can use that one. It's a 2-star booster. That will speed up some of the buildings a little bit better. And then they will turn around a little bit faster. And maybe I can actually get some more visitors. I'm tempted to use the other train one there as well, which is a faster train, but at this moment in time with the day ending on me, I'm probably not going to waste it. It would just be pointless for me speeding up my train if it's only going to not be used. Okay, right, there we go. Look at that B&B. Lovely, 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 lovely. I like that one indeed. Very nice. Okay, next on Diner there looks good, as does the cinema, but a long way to go before I can get those visitors done. Oh well, later is fine. Right, I got another booster there as well, which I'm tempted to activate, which is a helper booster. That will then leave me with just the boosters that I have or haven't purchased. Not sure which one. Sometimes it's kind of confusing on this side. Still don't like the way the boosters are. I really wish I knew which boosters were purchased versus which ones which weren't. That would then make my day a lot happier. So I really hope that Heyday fix that within one of the future updates. Please color code them for me. I like the fact that you made them more beautiful, but give me a colored border. Purchase versus non-purchased, it makes it so much easier. It really does. It's one thing that needs to be changed. Well, 50 and 50, and oh my goodness me, I've got a red mark as well. I don't actually have any milk. So this is where the stool hopping comes in handy. Now, the first thing you can do is look in the newspaper. The newspaper will allow you to find some wonderful resources if there are any items being sold. I can also turn around my actual animals and collect some of their resources as well, and at the moment that's not really going to affect the actual town task that I'm doing, so I can leave that till a little bit later. As long as I've got enough feed for when I do the feed task, if I do it later, that is the key important thing, and animal feed doesn't take that long to turn around. Right, checking the newspaper for milk. That milk is going to be very important indeed, and I'm just not seeing any. There's a lot of other nice goodies down there, but not what I really want. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet there and maybe either request it or do some stool hopping. I think stool hopping is definitely the way to go. Now, stool hopping is where I go to people's roadside shops and I see if they've got the items I need and I purchase them. Now, sometimes my hoodies are selling goodies, which I can then buy, which is fantastic. Other times, basically, I just look through different people's stalls and see what they are selling, and then I try to purchase those as well. It's a nice thing to do. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's very long-winded, and you don't get many. What you can do is to start at your farm and you just skip between the different stalls until you see something you like. Sometimes there are items for sale and you can just grab those quickly. Sometimes there's nothing. Sometimes the items are sold. If it's grayed out, it's sold. If it's still beautiful and colorful, then you can purchase it. As you skim through, you might see something you like. So great, just go back and purchase that one as well. And it's very nice indeed. I kind of like starting at the higher level sometimes, because if I start at the higher level, they may be selling items that they don't need anymore, like expansion materials, whereas maybe the lower levels are hoarding them. However, higher level players do tend to need a lot of items, so they often have bigger storage, so maybe they're not selling them as much as I would like. So sometimes a lower level player for stool hopping is much better. Now, if you do actually go and visit someone and you see a help task there, go and have a look around the farm. You never know, there could be a toolbox and some actual bouncy trees or bushes that need reviving. Experience points gained anywhere is always nice indeed. So, you've seen what stool hopping is like. It's a nice beneficial activity. It doesn't always give you everything you want, but it can be quite useful. It's as important as weeding, and it's important as doing the town or any other activity. Right now, my actual hoodie is going to be giving me some goodies in a moment, and I'm very pleased about that one. So she's actually going to be supplying me with some of the treasure maps that I need for my lower level farm so I can open up the town a little bit more. So yay on that side, and I will be transferring that over very soon indeed. So if you do see me selling those treasure maps in my last few slots on my actual farm roadside shop, please don't buy them. They are being sold to myself, and I'm actually trying to help my lower level farm open up so I can get the sanctuary and do a little bit more. Right, now this video is coming to the end. Now, the main focus has been as a reminder to say that the next valley is about to start. It's a beautiful gondola. I'm looking forward to that decoration. It will be the third one. For those of you who are worried about not actually having the first one because it was very challenging, don't worry, it will come back at some stage in the future. Exactly when, I can't tell you. So last season's valley was 100 chickens. I'm hoping this season's valley will be 100 as well. Actually, I do know the total, but you'll have to wait and see. Now, I really wish I could tell you that information, but spoilers, spoilers, spoilers. Do prepare, by the way. Make sure you've got your crops grown and they're in storage. Make sure you produce some of the goods on the machinery. You've got the derby task there, so try not to rush them too quickly if you know you might get a derby task in the actual valley as well. Go over to the fishing area, make sure you've prepared some of the traps there as well so you can place those down. That's a lot of points on the fuel, and enjoy. Key thing with the valley is working with your hoodies, so do try to stay close together. The closer you are together, then the easier it is for actually helping each other when you do break down, or maybe one person can go and get a chicken whereas you can't get that chicken because you ran out of fuel. Enjoy it, it's a lot of fun and I do like it. Remember, it's just an additional part of the game, so if you don't want to participate, that is okay. Maybe change your name so there's a little V on your name as well, so people know who's in the valley versus who's not. Then they know who to hang out with when they see that your icon truck there is just sitting there. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please do so. I welcome you, and don't forget to hit that beautiful bell notification as well. Do check to make sure you are subscribed. I know YouTube has unsubscribed quite a few people recently. That's okay, I don't mind if you want to go and watch someone else, but my channel is for heyday, so come and join me as well. See you next time, goodbye, and enjoy the valley and stool hopping. Bye now.